reached the West Network University of steam engines, but this time the West Network have difficulties. Steam train number 52215 was going to leave to China Square. China Cargo had the steam engine had 3 ticket cars with white and black ones. They had 2 white tinker cars and 5 black tinker cars and flat cargo car and 2 boxes, a lot of boxes in a like a flat like this box with rocks inside of it, rocks right there. And then a booster power gives the out 65,567, and another box with wood and metal, and another one with soft belt metal, and another one with another flat pin car. It was going about 100 miles per hour, and the speed limit is 65, and the train is still going that fast. And the driver saw the last signal. Soon enough, the brakes started burning up, and you know he's not gonna make it for this last words disasters. And it actually happened right now. The train crashes and exploded. The other cars that was moving rolled to the moving side and stopped. Then crashing into a BNSF train, which had a long box car. And the train exploded and crashes 2 engines, and they make a huge explosion into cars, and cars made a huge track damage. But all twin express train number 61125. It was a railway train with about 425 passengers was crowded on the train. The name of Topsay's Rails Unlimited as the new name, as Rails Unlimited. The real name is called Rails of Limited Service Railway. It used to be a West Network train, but it transferred to Kiafluya and Japani, or Eastominki, or Paco, or Africa, or China. But in China, on 1999, as the train express was going about 100 miles per hour, and the speed limit is 65, but the tracks are too steep, but this train can make it like that, because it's a weight train. Airplane crashes a lot like that. It was soon approaching to Center East Maynard Station. And then they will approach to the station. The train slowed down, then slowed down at the bridge. I just looked that way for no reason. And then the train stops in the corner. Passengers get on and on. And there was about 432 passengers on. The train left soon it was nighttime. And the train and another sign, it says another sign over here, right by the train, says a classic rails, a limited classic moment. TM, big word. So passenger slowed down bridge, and then the driver was heading towards the switch that takes you up, and that was the wrong track. But it didn't turn, and he was figuring, wait, why didn't it turn? I already left it. Here's up the bridge, right by Ulan Station. The train was going faster. It was going about 109 miles per hour. It was going about 112 miles. I don't know what that means. The DIS. And the train was sooner approaching to Western Station and Brindiston Station, whereby Arlington Station. Now he got a problem. The switch is down the tracks right here, and then it happened. All of those passengers died and the driver died. The train crashes right by Arlington in California station as it derailed. All passengers burned to death and went to heaven. I don't know. Not all the passengers survived, but 5 survived. From getting on the roof, it was a gun shooting problem. People would start shooting and stuff. I did that disaster. Yeah. Ad, welcome to our ad from YouTube. This is with Ruffles and chips. A sugar cream flavored by cheese and cream. Go buy some Ruffles on stores and shopping stores. On Smart Upload. Or on Facebook or anything that you can find chips at stores. Since the West the Western Railway. They're going along still, going ahead on the West Network service, but this time on January 16, 1996, a freight train with all boxes, carrying all boxes of wood, metal, and sodium toxic smoke, and aluminum and milk. As a steam engine was making the express ports from Flow in Alateen, Parkway, Cargo, and Chi Way Cargo Group. But this time he's not going to make it there. So disaster. Ooh, what was it? What's that? The train crashed and the steam engine crashed and flipped over on the side. It died and the two engineers died and three boxcars with toxic smoke with breathing exploded with a bomb. Two explosions bombed into the field of a huge explosion. The steam engine flipped on its side of an ambulance and passengers at that station crashed. On January 14, 2011, train number with the orange TN 450 had a bad accident with the tracks. It was not going, so the PART4 had to be on the left track. Since that train was retired after it kept going to PART4, it was retired. So now it was going from Alateen with the new train 4550 as the new train. This train is the same exact thing like this train is the same exact thing like the 253 series Finiar, and this one is Finiar with the red subway line train. It goes underground tunnel at one end station, but it's going the same way. It was going 94 miles per hour. Now it's still going. It had about 123 passengers on board, almost crowded. Bro, it's definitely cold to my death. And the train now going about 120 miles per hour. The train is going to first stop. But they were approaching to PART4 station, which was closed for about 5 days. And then it was open since the retirement. And the train was finally stopping. Passengers gets off the train and crosses the tracks with a path. The train was leaving soon as not crowded passengers down. 129 passengers got on, and now it's 139 139 Passengers got on with the crowded train. Now it's going about 109 miles per hour. The train is the same thing as like a car with the mirror right here. The train brakes started supplying in the second car. Right up the fire, he noticed he couldn't stop the train. It became a runaway. See this now? The switch connected. Soon as later, we're by the tunnel, the front car almost went off the rails, skidded the brakes, and burned up the fire in the front car, making the engine in there burn. It was only one engine near to the train. Passengers fall out the glass and hurt themselves as the second car came off the rail, and then the third car, which is almost flipped over, made the glass broken and made the people fall and hurt themselves. And then another problem. The people got squished by the train by falling, and people died and their body exploded. The train weight is heavier, and they get onto the train. Now, the fourth car is off the rails, flipped over in the dirt, and now the fifth car is off the rails, and the sixth car. 110 passengers died, 59 survived, and some of them are injured from the accident that just crashed. After that accident, this train was put out of service since the tracks off rail. They reported a broken brakes problem had slammed the second car off the track. Someone put 10 rocks on those rails to make a train derailment. The two bad guys named Jake and Jack was the two brothers that made that crash. They were both arrested for about 2 months, and they can't bail out because the mom told them a lesson since that accident. And the driver, Bird, he was still alive when they fixed his body problem. He told his family to say goodbye after he went to heaven. And that was his last words for driving on the history of the Finnyard line. As the fire got inside the front car, it got inside the car, and he tried to get out the glass, and it was too late. And he fell down on the grass. The train track's height is big for the tall one. Happy New Year! Happy New Year on the 2022. The first day of January the 1st, 2022, the new celebration with the new freight car train. The train was golden and repaired as the BA RU-04 train. It was called the RU-04. Years of power was eliminated. train. It had a lot of freight cars, and they got the two boxes as dark blue had tree as small. It was a illuminating tree and Christmas lights and decorations. The yellow box car had a it had a wood in a building. Even the RW box car had nothing but the ticket cars, nothing. And the train was broke down, such a problem. Yeah, that train's stupid. So they brought another one. It was going from the same way it was going with. It had the same decorations and the new rebuilt brakes with new gas fuel. But the new tank cars had sodium dioxide and toxic smoke. The green box car had nothing, and the orange one had food and oranges and the New Year cookies, the new Year cookies, and the new booster power. The train heads down the tracks at 89 miles per hour. The last destination is Orleans Station. All passengers of 1,000 passengers, but it was 1,395 passengers at that station, but they have a new celebrate. The boxcars had Christmas trees. The road boxcar train had lights lighting up outside the boxcars, and the train was supposed to have a perfect front. But when they get there, they're gonna have a worst nightmare explosion happen. The speed limit is 65, and the driver was getting too hype. I can't wait. And you look down and you notice the speed limit is 65. You surprised that? You notice the slam of emergency brakes, and then disaster strikes happen. The two engines made it until the boxcars derailed and crashes the two trains and exploded into flames. Passengers ran and noticed the boxcars that derailed exploded. Passengers called 911, and some of them didn't and just ran away as quickly as possible. And then a huge explosion made the tracks damage and switches. Print time! On January the 14th, 2021, CCX train number 4592 was leaving out of Altitude Park to China Cargo. It was passing over the speed limit with a car with two engines and the three box cars. In the blue box car with sodium dioxide, two yellow box cars with wooden walls and with black ropes, and a one white tin car and a brown or reddish box car that's going to be a helper with stuff, and they had toxic smoke inside the bottles to spread the but it's just they gotta spread it because there's something going on with the trees, so they gotta make they gotta bring one tree to fix the problem because the tree kept going down, and they found out, so I waited until they get there. Yeah, still passing over the speed limit is 50 miles per hour. And then he tried to slow down, the brakes started burning up, and then run away, CCX! Da-dee-da-dee-da, the sexy town. Da-dee-da-dee-da, da-dee-da, the beefy bow. Da-da-dee-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-dee-da, da-da-dee-da, da-da-da-da. It was headed towards Ording Station. Oh, I'm getting closer to Ording Station. Everyone brace for impact. And then disaster is about to happen. For the final words for disaster strikes about to happen. And then brakes begin up and burning flaming trucks down there. Da-dee-da, the sexy town. Da-da-da-dee-da, da-da-da-da-da. Da-dee-da, da-dee-da, da-da-da-dee-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. CCX train exploded on flames. Two engines and one cargo car jumped off the rails, and the two cargo cars skidded down the line and hit it on the tracks. The two drivers named James and Michael died in the accident. It's smoking flame. Trains was delayed from the same track and the other track. So all trains stopped running. They got around with shuttle buses. At the all crowded shuttle buses. The train was moved and now buses started moving. It was again. Another runaway happened before this happened. It was called the Super Freight Train, which carrying 3 big tin cars with big white ticket cars and black ticket cars, 2 black and white engines. Now, the that train derailed, so now they got transported another freight train to be on the same line. So they decided to make more differences. So they made what else is there? So they decided to make the Canada Red Rocket train, and it's going from Pinewood to Canada Cargo. I'm not done my I'm not done with my video until it gets to 3 hours. The train left soon as it ran before the time. And then it has flower cars and white cargo and the booster power with the 50,000 and 63,212 a booster power. And now the train go about 90 miles per hour. He tries to slow down. The brakes, he tries to slow down and he opened his door and looked down, he saw his brakes. All his brakes was burning up. Brakes! Problem! Help! I am heading to help! And then another disaster strikes as the steam train number 588 was heading towards the station at Orleans Station. He called the dispatcher. Crashes about to happen. And then it really happened. The train jumped off the rails and exploded as the engine crashes into the station platform and skidded down the line. Unfortunately, it crashes off the rails, and then the two cargo cars with flowers, and then so it dropped the top and exploded. They called 911 and one of the people called them. The lady was calling at the bus. Beyond explosion. Order. We need help. Help, please. Into the driver dies after the explosion happened at the brakes. With the train was, it got dark until the one cops say, I didn't come ASAP. They've been there for about 2 hours. They didn't come. 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 They didn't 3 hours until burning slowed down. And then the guy was calling for help. The video was a disaster. It been 10 hours since they came for help and they saw him dead in the wreckage. The train flipped over one side and skidded down the line straight towards the station and crashed into it. It was sunny outside since the crash happened. They were never going to see him ever again since the derailment. On February the 14th, 2020, a regional rail train as called SEPTA was train number 1250 had about 134 passengers going from Altitude to Philadelphia, New York City. It was a new steam train with the new power train 1250 and 1250 on the side. They didn't have this until they updated the train. They updated the baggage car and more mail car. The new driver wheel was new. Okay. Never mind. 1250 was a new power generator train with a new bell and a new horn. It was a new celebration for the train, as they used to call it as regional rail line, like the Pacific and Western Network and more of those network trains. It's just then this runaway will be again with the brakes problem. They have the new windows blocked in the roadblock same city. You pass this Pinewood station at 90 miles per hour. The speed limit is 50 miles per hour. The driver was still going, but he was getting very tired and instead slowed down a little bit by the crossing. And the warning was going off and he went to sleep. And when the warning going off, so beep 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 warning, overspeeding, and he noticed he would probably slow down the brakes. By final light gate red 21, he noticed his brakes was having difficulties. Since the snow happened, this is going to be another problem. His brakes started burning up and going down the tracks. Runaway train 1250 heading order to crash. Can save it. Help! Everyone was calling for help, and since when the announcement on the speakers on the train to brace for impact, and the three crews said brace for impact, and then he buzzed the bell and launched the horse race for life, and still delivered children. Another disaster. Region rail train number 1250 crashes. It zigzagged and crashed the baggage car off the rails as the three cars came off the rails and the engine. Since one of these disasters, the story ended well. Since the disaster strikes. That's the end. Make sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.